This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return.
Here we go. 319! 319!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. The Jets and Browns, 2 cellar dwellers from a year ago, and they did meet in that season, Week 5 in Cleveland. Myles Garrett, it was his NFL debut. He got 2 sacks, but it was former Brown Josh McCown throwing 2 second-half touchdown passes to lead the Jets to the victory.
And every time I hear about the Jets and Browns playing, you know what I think about? The first ever Monday Night Football game. The Jets at the Browns. Cleveland won. I believe it was 1970.
It was indeed. I just happen to have the note here. I don't know this off the top of my head, but September 21st, 1970. Play action. It's Darnold. And that's complete to Walford. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, it's Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves, and it's stressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Everyone got 4. 4 down. Set. 319. 319.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And then he goes with a juke. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
319.
On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete here on third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. First down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Hey, go down, go down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
A little dump off for Corral. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz. They dial it up. and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Whitehead, the return. And the Jets set to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They begin with a run by Corral. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Whitehead, the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, Darnold. Caught the tight end Walford. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit, set. Green 39, green 39.
Throwing again is Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Second down, here's Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And Darnold just beating the play clock. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lucky 56. Leopard.
Darnold from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Darnold now to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open receiver. That's David Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Play action. It's Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. First carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They pitch it out to Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 12 yards. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Mayfield. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, it's Darnold. His throw incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A final shot before the break. Darnold letting one go deep for a noon walk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Yo.
Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We got three. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And a defensive back, Jamal Adams, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Darnold, hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Leopard! Leopard!
On the counter, it's Crowell. And he's got room. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the 50, it's Darnold. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Leopard! Right there, 54, right there.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Christian Kirksey in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Johnson on the counter. I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lucky 56.
Darnold on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give to Crowell. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Faking the give, Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is brought in at the 21. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now it's Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold down to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Darnold from the gun. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. A first down throw, Darnold. Nunez got it, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run for it with Kanal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, Darnold. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To the air again, Darnold. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Desmond Bryant getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Myers able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Browns coming out on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Here's Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit!
Again, it's Johnson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, here we go. 319, 319.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Here we go now. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Jets on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. First down, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. The Jets on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
90. Here's Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one taken from the 7. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's go.
Mayfield now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Detroit! Detroit! 319! 319!
He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. E.J. gains the one that time to knock it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
Back to throw. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He'll look to throw. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll look to throw. A little dump off for Corral. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell with time running out. good. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth, now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue.
Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 85. Set. 319. 319.
Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
All right, here we go.
Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Blue 90.
Mayfield to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
His first throw in overtime. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Landry now on the return. Nifty move. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. What can Mayfield do here in the OT? He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson in there to get him for his second sack of the night. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield looks to throw. Screen play, Johnson. Room to run past midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, that turned out to be the perfect time to dial the screen. The Red Sea parted.
Did it ever? And you just wonder, did fatigue play a part in this? Because we're in overtime. And all I mean by that is sometimes with fatigue, you slow down mentally. You don't read your keys. You don't see the play develop. And, boy, it popped big for him, didn't it?
It did indeed.
3-19.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say: get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
And
they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Browns on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Everyone's got 4 down. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And off comes to Chubb. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Browns, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.